When we think of a heart attack, we picture the classic scene: sudden chest pain, clutching the chest, collapsing to the floor. But here's the truth: many heart attacks don't look like that at all. In fact, some warning signs are so subtle that people brush them off until it's too late. Today, we're breaking down 7 hidden signs of a heart attack most people ignore. Number 7. Unusual fatigue. We all get tired from time to time. After a long day, a bad night's sleep, or chasing after grandkids. But the fatigue that can signal a heart problem is very different. People often describe it as a deep, crushing exhaustion that comes out of nowhere. Suddenly, even simple tasks like climbing a few stairs, walking to the mailbox, or cooking dinner feel overwhelming. This sign shows up a lot in women. In fact, a study from the National Institutes of Health found that more than 70% of women reported unusual fatigue in the weeks before their heart attack. The challenge is that many dismiss it as just getting older, being out of shape, or feeling stressed. What makes it tricky is that it doesn't always come with chest pain. Sometimes fatigue is the only early warning sign. Imagine you've always been able to walk around the block, but suddenly you need to sit down halfway through. Or you start falling asleep in the afternoon when that never used to happen. These changes may not seem urgent, but they can be your heart quietly struggling. So here's the takeaway: listen to your body. If the tiredness feels different, more intense, more sudden, or harder to shake off, don't just write it off. It could be your heart asking for help. Number 6, indigestion or heartburn. One of the trickiest signs is stomach discomfort. Some heart attacks don't cause chest pain at all, but instead show up as pressure in the stomach, nausea, or what feels like acid reflux. People often dismiss it as something they ate. The overlap happens because the heart and digestive system share nerve pathways, so pain from the heart can sometimes be felt in the stomach area. If indigestion suddenly feels worse than usual, or comes with other symptoms like sweating or shortness of breath, don't just reach for antacids. Get it checked. Number 5, pain in the jaw, neck, or back. Not all heart attack pain happens in the chest. Sometimes it shows up in places you wouldn't expect, like the jaw, neck, or back. This is called referred pain, when your brain misinterprets signals from the heart because nerves in the chest and upper body are closely connected. Women, in particular, are more likely to experience pain in these areas during a heart attack, so if you notice sudden, unexplained discomfort in the jaw, neck, or back, especially if it comes with fatigue or shortness of breath, it's worth paying attention. Number 4, shortness of breath. Most of us expect to feel winded after climbing a few flights of stairs or rushing to catch a bus. But if you're suddenly short of breath while doing things that never used to bother you, or worse, if it happens while you're resting, that can be a hidden warning sign of a heart attack. Here's why. When the heart isn't pumping efficiently, blood can back up into the lungs. That extra fluid makes it harder for oxygen to move into your bloodstream, so even simple activities feel like you've just finished running a marathon. In fact, a study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that unexplained shortness of breath was sometimes the only symptom of a heart attack, especially in older adults and women. The tricky part is that shortness of breath is easy to blame on other things: asthma, being out of shape, or even anxiety. But the difference is in the suddenness and severity. If you find yourself gasping for air after walking across the room, or lying awake at night struggling to breathe, that's not just getting older. That's a red flag. So here's the rule of thumb. If your breathing feels heavier than your activity level should explain, it's time to get checked. Your lungs might be telling you what your heart is too weak to say. Number 3, nausea or cold sweats. A sudden wave of nausea or breaking into a cold sweat can feel like food poisoning or even anxiety. But in some cases, it's your body responding to reduced blood flow during a heart attack. Cold sweats happen because the nervous system goes into overdrive when the heart is struggling, while nausea is linked to poor circulation and stress hormones. Together, they're red flags. If you're feeling sick and sweaty without an obvious reason, especially with other symptoms, it's safer to treat it as urgent. Number 2, dizziness or lightheadedness. Most of us have felt a little dizzy when standing up too quickly. That's usually harmless. But when dizziness becomes frequent, lasts longer than a few seconds, or is accompanied by fainting, it's a red flag. Your heart may not be delivering enough blood to the brain. There are a few ways this can happen. If an artery is blocked, less blood reaches the brain, and you feel woozy. Or during a heart attack, blood pressure can suddenly drop, leading to dizziness or even loss of consciousness. Here's what makes this symptom tricky. People often chalk it up to dehydration, low blood sugar, or simply getting older. But persistent lightheadedness isn't something to brush off. A study published in Circulation found that dizziness and fainting are under-recognized warning signs of cardiac events, particularly in older adults. Imagine sitting at the table and suddenly feeling like the room is spinning, or blacking out after standing up, and then dismissing it as nothing. For some, those minor episodes turn out to be the body's early distress signals before a major heart event. If dizziness or fainting keeps happening, don't just assume it's dehydration or skipped meals. It could be your heart quietly asking for help. Getting checked could prevent something much worse down the line. Number 1. Silent heart attacks. The most dangerous heart attack of all is the one you don't even know is happening. These are called silent heart attacks, and they leave behind damage without the classic warning signs. No crushing chest pain, no dramatic collapse. Sometimes the only clues are mild discomfort, fatigue, or shortness of breath, things people often brush off. Silent heart attacks are more common than you'd think. The American Heart Association estimates that 1 in 5 heart attacks is silent. They're especially common in people with diabetes, because nerve damage from high blood sugar can blunt pain signals. Older adults and women are also more likely to experience them without the textbook symptoms. The danger is that silent heart attacks are often discovered too late, sometimes only after a routine checkup or an EKG shows scarring on the heart. By then, part of the heart muscle may already be permanently damaged. But here's the hopeful part. Regular checkups and heart screenings can catch the warning signs early. An annual physical with basic tests like blood pressure, cholesterol, and glucose can reveal hidden risks before they turn into silent damage. Don't wait for dramatic chest pain to take your heart seriously. Sometimes the quietest attacks do the loudest damage. And there you have it, 7 hidden signs of a heart attack. Most people ignore. Chest pain is the classic warning sign, but it's not the only one. Fatigue, indigestion, jaw pain, dizziness, or shortness of breath can all point to heart trouble. The key is this: if something feels off, unusual, or new for you, don't ignore it. It's always better to get checked than to regret waiting. If this video helped you understand the hidden signs of a heart attack, give it a like and share it with someone you love. It could save a life. Don't forget to subscribe for more heart health tips. You can also support our channel through merch or super thanks. And if you'd like to learn about foods that actually help clean your arteries, check out our video right here. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay safe, and take care of your heart.